So this deck is a Surrak combo deck. It won third place in last weekend's Commander Challenge. And it's a semi-standard Surrak deck that's also playing Kiki Jiki, Splinter Twin, Pestermite, Deceiver Exarch. So it's got like the infinite combo that allows it to win out of nowhere. So like when I previously played Surrak, it was pretty good against blue, but not very good against like your standard creature matchups. Um, so this gives it a much better game against your standard creature matchups. I still don't know how it beats Vial Smasher. Like, I have not been able to beat Vial Smasher with this deck. And, I mean, Surrak's just too slow, doesn't really do anything. And Vial Smasher just has more efficient spells. So, like, maybe there's a way, and I haven't found it. But, like, it's not like there's a ton of tutors to help you get there. Like, Vial Smasher has a lot of tutors to go and get the things that it wants. So this matchup, you're just kind of dependent on your draw, and you don't have as much card draw. So I don't know how we got third place with this thing, because I don't know how we beat Vial Smasher. Maybe it was just a little bit of luck. I haven't seen this deck since, except for once in the tournament practice room, somebody was playing it, a variation of it. So, it's an interesting deck. I tried it in a few tournaments. I could not. I won one game out of like 9. I made a couple mistakes in a couple of games, but like I was just losing a lot of games. Part of that was mana, so I have fixed the mana. It was running Nissa and only one basic forest, and it actually came up. I'm clicking on Nissa. There it is. It actually came up 3 different times where I played Nissa and the forest was already in play, so there's nothing for you to go get. And a lot of the times, like, you can flip her, but if you can't get the basic forest, you can't flip her that turn, and it's just not very good. And so, like, I didn't get, like, this deck is actually, green is its heaviest color. It had 2 islands and 1 forest. And, I mean, it's close to even, but there's more green than there is blue. And there's definitely more of either than red. So like I'm gonna get rid of this great furnace and probably, is there a mountain? There's a regular mountain. It's probably another forest. So yeah. So the other problem was that the deck had 36 lands, and I felt that pretty often as well. How did I didn't get rid of the Great Forest. I moved it to the wrong direction. All right, so it just wasn't playing enough lands, and I had so many times where you keep a 2-land hand and you just never get anywhere. It's a mana hungry deck. I don't know how he played it with 36 lands. It seems super greedy. It's probably a little greedy to play it at 38. There is a Trinket Mage and a Skull Clamp, and the Skull Clamp just seemed really slow and kind of awkward. It's card draw, but so I cut those. That's why I cut the Great Furnace as well just now, and I added Forest in that place. So I'm hoping, with the mana troubles out of the way, I can actually get some wins with this deck. I'm gonna give it one more try. And if I don't do pretty good in the league, I'm just gonna give up on this deck. But it seemed like a really cool deck. It won third place in the challenge, which means it went 5-1 in the regular rounds, and then it won in the semifinals, and then lost in it won in the quarterfinals and lost in the semifinals. So I mean, it's decent. Or at least somebody got really lucky with it or something like that. But I'm going to give it a try. Hopefully, with the mana issues out of the way, we can find a way to win with this deck. So, Surrak. Join this one. And we'll find us a game. But I think it's a really interesting idea to put the combo in. some things, I mean, I played it quite a bit. Some things I might change. I noticed that there's no reclamation sage in it, but there's a lot of things that go and search for creatures, and that felt pretty awkward. Oh, there is a reclamation sage. Did I already? How did I miss it in the last game? That's strange. And it seems like maybe you want more ways to hit people's lands. There's a couple, but there's no world breaker. It's not really a ramp match, so maybe that's not right. It just, it feels so nice to hit people's lands, and sometimes that's how these decks have to win. There's a couple. There's I actually played a game where, alright, so we're playing a creature matchup, and this does next to nothing. Let's mulligan it. This is fine. The Draga Tree Speaker into Coiling Oracle is a little awkward. Yeah, that seems fine next turn. Oh, I have to shuffle it away no matter what. So this Sidar is a little bit of a problem. Am I eating removal if I go for this? I don't think I need to go for it, because I can't play the Coiling Oracle if I do. I'll go for it next turn when I can play the Courser. Hopefully we get a land here. The other thing that the deck's missing is removal. There are a couple removal spells. Most of them are really expensive. Creature based like Flame Tomb Kabu and Inferno Titan. There is a Lightning Bolt and a Electrolyze, and then that's about it. So there's Domri Raid, which is kind of awkward as removal spell. So that's part of the reason why I've had a lot of trouble with Vial Smasher, is you really just need to keep killing Vial Smasher until it's too expensive to play. Otherwise, like, you can never stabilize against it, and it just doesn't give you enough time to get the combo off. It has counter spells. It's a really tough matchup, and some more removal might help it. Oh, there's Fire and Ice, which is actually pretty good. Doesn't kill Vial Smasher, does kill Timna. What do we want here? I've got a Volcanic Island. There's not a lot of red in the deck. Oh, it's got to be a red spell. It can be Steam Vents. We want Taiga. So green and other color. I actually should have waited. I probably should have waited. No, I needed to crack that no matter what. I can play this land and attack. So there's one half of our combo. Sylvan Library is a difficult card to work around. It's so good. Even if you aren't drawing cards, which you should probably be drawing cards if you're playing a Sylvan Library, unless you're against like a mono red. But even if you're not drawing cards, it's a fantastic card. And you can usually drop it early against counterspell decks, which makes it really good. He kept a card, put one on top. Alright, Lotus Cobra. Play an L for something, please. A Dark Confidant, that would be spectacular. Something with 1 toughness. That's what I would like out of this. Oh, he can play a 3-drop. He can play Timna. All right. At least we got the free mana off Duraga Tree Speaker before he removed it. He kept another card. Two counter spells are pretty good. Alright, so if I had to trade something for a land, Mana Leak's pretty outstanding. I don't know if I can stall him enough to keep alive. I have to counter like every creature. Or kill it. And I don't have a lot of removal. Can't do a lot about that. Can't do anything about that. That might have been a stupid block. Or a stupid attack. Hopefully he tries to Timna before combat. I think he wants to. Of course, we just discard whatever we draw with Remand. That's pretty good. He can play it, but he can't activate it this turn. Equip it. He gets to untap, though. It's such a big game. It's only got one card in my hand, or in his hand. I could draw a Splinter Twin or a Kiki Jiki. Almost nothing else does it. Not dead yet, but if he gets a counter on the Jit, he immediately kills Pestermite. Puts me way behind. I guess that's something. I still lose the Pestermite. If he's worried about the Chandra, he might not be able to untap. He might have another way to kill the Chandra. He's down in cards. He just naturally drew both of those equipments. Oh, he's had a Sylvan Library this whole time. Seems a bit greedy. Alright, he's going to Chandra. Alright. I'm just moving on. I basically lost to the Sword of Feast and Famine. No, I lost to the Sylvan Library. That's what I lost to. And I couldn't have countered it. This deck's not running that critical mass of counter spells. The Sword and Feast and Famine did not help. Yeah. Well, this one is playing the Kiki Jiki combo. in order to give it a better creature matchup, but it still feels like it's half control, half combo, and it's not really doing either particularly well. Like, it's really hard to pull that combo off. Um, I keep getting half of it. Yesterday I was practicing with it, and I got, Kiki Jiki and Splinter Twin. That doesn't do anything. Kiki Jiki's pretty expensive. So, it seemed like a fun deck. It got third place in the Commander Challenge, somehow. Maybe he just played Brawl all week, or the whole night. There actually weren't many Brawl decks in that challenge. So, and as I noted, like, Vial Smasher is almost impossible to beat with this deck. Like, you just don't have enough removal, because it's not really a control deck, and you can't get the combo off. Vial Smasher doesn't give you enough time to get the combo off, even if you could. And if you could, then they counter it. So, I decided to give it one last try and see if I could do anything with it. Because it just seemed like a neat deck, but I cannot make it work. Hoping we get a little bit better luck. Because I have had some, there's a decent number of decks it can beat. It keeps not beating them. We're on the play here. Playing against Titania. Half of the combo, a little bit of ramp, and nothing else. Wasteland does nothing. They're going to ramp harder than we are. Oh, I should have kept that hand. This is keepable. I don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly the problem. I mean, the fact that you can't, like, stabilize on board against Vial Smasher, like, it just doesn't matter because he'll just kill you with a logic knot. Yeah, I don't think I think Vial Smasher should be banned. Like, it just fights on too many angles. It's just too good at what it does. It's really cheap, and it just does a ton of damage and makes a lot of strategies. Yeah. Well, we are playing Sylvan Library. I could have Spell Pierced that. Why did I not Spell Pierce that? More correctly, I should have Spell Pierced that. That's it. It's not a horrible idea. Might be fun to try. This one could be a Taiga. And that means I can't counter Titania next turn. I can play Anissa. And he gets to make 2 5/3s. So here, like, this kind of deck, like, my only chance of winning, no matter what, is to combo. And they don't give you much time to do it. I don't know how this deck won third place. So like Alluro enchantments, what would that look like? There's a lot of good enchantments in that, in those colors. Too bad Necropotence is gone. Um, One thing I found is Gideon's Intervention and the other one that gives you protection. That seems ambitious. Do I want to kill one of these? Do I want to kill Nissa? Or Titania? I'm going to trade. I don't know if it's a... where's the... Sigarda. What's the name of the card? Ruined Halo. It's... keeps showing the wrong picture. That's strange. Ruined Halo is pretty good against Vial Smasher. And Gideon Intervention says you can't play it. But I played this deck against Vial Smasher Thrasios, and they were able to deal with it. This costs 5 mana. That's an interesting strategy. You could definitely play Bitter Blossom in a Alluro deck. No doubt about that. My speakers click every time my air conditioning goes on and off. I don't know if it comes across in the microphone at all. But it's weird. I don't know if Bounding Crassus does anything. Do I play it just in case I draw? Alright, 2 more 5/3s. Oh, jeez. This thing, man. He can just go... I'm dead next turn. So I have to draw either a Splinter Twin or a Kiki Jiki. I can't even draw a Green Sun Zenith. I think I might have to brew up that Alluro deck, though. What does that do? Does that do anything? I can't sack lands. I can only make a 5/3. I don't know if that does anything. Yes, they are. Oh, I can make a... See if he goes all in. He probably goes all in. He might not, because I can make a decent number of blockers. The problem with enchantments, though, is that they can be countered. So I guess you have to back up your enchantments with counter spells. Like the really cheap ones. So, Dispel, Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm. Yeah, Hand Disruption. That does work too, doesn't it? There's not that many one mana Hand Disruptions. Can I live through this turn? I'm not super interested in doing the math here. 10, this is 50. Whatever. Pretty sure I'm dead here. He even attacked with a bird to send a message. So that's 7 unblocked for 35 damage. But yeah, there's not that many one mana. There's, you know, whatchamacallit, him doesn't really hit, doesn't always hit what you want it to. Although often they just have to counterspell it. So it kind of serves its purpose. This seems marginally keepable. I think I want that. Seems alright. I clicked on the wrong land, probably. I'm just bluffing a counterspell. I don't think the 2 life's really gonna matter. This Maelstrom Wanderer kills you with 21 commander damage. But yeah, that might work. That's Vial Smasher decks themselves are usually they've been running about 3 control magic effects. Usually Legacies, Lure, Treachery, and Control Magic. That's what Dots has been running. Do I play Nissa here? Does it not matter? But Control Magic and Vial Smasher seems pretty good. Happy to remand that. So I can Beast Within this forest. I think I need to do that. That's like guaranteed. Like the other option is an Oracle Modiah. Hope I get a land in the next turn, and then Acidic Slime. And I might still get a land next turn and be able to Acidic Slime, which then gives me a blocker for the Beast token. Alright, he's got a wasteland. Not 100% sure that's what he wanted to do. Like, setting himself further back seems... Alright. Let's go for the Moldiah. Gives us the greatest chance of getting a land next turn. There we go. I guess Nissa was guaranteed, so I didn't think that one through all the way. Oracle uses their mana a little better, but it was a little bit more of a risk. Not blocking with that. If he plays a good mana rock, then that's my target. Shuffle and see what we get here. If I get another land, I can go after... If I get another land here... let's go for Tropical Island. There we go. So we can... This is pretty brutal. This is the kind of stuff that kept happening to me when I tried playing Maelstrom Wanderer. In a league. I actually had one league where I did alright with it. But I had a couple leagues where like just well, one other league where like everybody kept screwing with my mana. That doesn't actually do anything right now. Yeah, I will 100% block. Alright, you get a crop rotation. Guess that gets an Ancient Tomb. Oh, a Growth Chamber. I mean, I am running Life from the Loam. Also, I'm running Kiki Jiki, and there's a Green Sun Zenith right there. So that's actually pretty fun. Oh, Green Sun Zenith is green creature, isn't it? So let's get a Reclamation Sage. there anything else that kills a land? No. No, the Grim Monolith is the worst one. I already played all my lands. I could have flipped a Nissa here. So I guess we just play Chandra. Exile this Mox Diamond. Do 2 damage to him. People always want to comment on my non-foil cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, Chandra's just too expensive as a non-foil. Well, that's pretty good. Let's play that. Let's play that. Let's go after that. Alright. We win. He never got to cast Maelstrom Wanderer, and that's kind of what you want to do to him. So I won a game. Holy crap, this deck can actually win games. That's not fair. I've won a few. It just doesn't seem to win a majority of them. But that was fun. There's also a Winter Orb in the deck, and there's a few ways to really go after people's mana. I was a little bit lucky to draw into it. I actually scried that Acidic Slime. Alright, so here's the Boogeyman. His hand looks keepable. The other problem I keep running into with Vial Smasher is they keep playing Moxes, and then, like, you can't counter. Like, they play it at the perfect time, and they make it impossible for you to counter their Vial Smasher. It looks like we're on the play here, so shouldn't be a problem. Get a breeding pool. Always want to favor blue-green with this deck. Oh, we have a Mox. Non-artifact, non-land. I'm going to wait until I need that. I don't want to play a Pestermite out into whatever removal he's got. What in the world is happening here? Do I play Nissa? And go counterspell down? He just removes a Nissa, right? I could play the Nis now and still have the Chrome Mox up, but I'd have to get rid of Pestermite or Snapcaster. This cards seem too good. Let's worry about it next turn. He already missed one land drop. He might miss another one. He's not interested in playing into my counter spells. I still have to get a basic forest, don't I? Did I not drop green in any of that? Jeez. Play Nissa. I'm gonna grudgingly get rid of Snapcaster Mage. Alright, that's to be expected. I wouldn't mind a Vial Smasher here that I get a counter spell and then turn around and Acidic Slime land. Looks like this is Vial Smasher. I mean, I got rid of a Snapcaster Mage. You had to know that was coming. What do we get rid of here? His black mana? If I draw a land, that seems pretty good. Let's stop on my opponent's upkeep. I kind of want his mana. I'm going for his mana. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good choice because he did have another land. Swing in. I don't think he has removal for Surrak with this mana up. Not sure what he's doing here. I even played a land untapped. You know what? I'm not going to buy into a bluff. I maybe could have left another mana up. I don't think I'm playing Pestermite here. He still can't play Vial Smasher or Chrome. But he has 7 cards in hand, so this is getting a little bit, like, once he can start doing things with his mana, I can't stop his mana much longer. Well, that's pretty good. What is that 5? Kiki Jiki? Oh. Is he just dead? Do I have enough mana? So 1, 2, 3. Let's play around 4 spike here. Oops. I don't think it really matters. We'll untap Surrak. Oh, I did this after combat. Whatever. What did he take? Dreadbore? No, he didn't take Dreadbore. He took Snapcaster. If he has an instant removal, which he probably does. Oh, let's tap that. Oh, I can only tap 1. No, I did not. I screwed up all over the place, didn't I? It's actually pretty critical here. That was... least you can't kill Anissa. Oh, that was a pretty big fuck up, wasn't it? Alright, I attack, because he's at a low life total. If he can kill one of my planeswalkers... I got excited. I'm also not super used to the combo. I need to slow it down. You're absolutely right. Hopefully I can still pull out a win out of this. He's at a very low life total. Alright. Alright, that's... I gave it all away, didn't I? I know I'm drawing the Jit. Oh, very sorry. I could have 100% won this game. If I had waited till the next turn and activated Nissa. He can just bounce this beast and kill Garruk, and then I have nothing to Eldritch Evolution. That was my bad. I'm very sorry. There was no winning it from that position. I knew what I was drawing. And it did nothing. Where's my emoticons? There we are. So many of them, I can't find them. My wife texted me, so I want to... While I'm waiting, respond to her. Here we go. Alright, got another pretty bad matchup, and this time we're on the draw, and we have no counter spells. Is this a keepable hand? I mean, it looks... Is it better than a mulligan? Do I want this? I can traverse. I don't want this. Lightning bolt's pretty good. It's nice and cheap. Alright, he knows I have the lightning bolt now. I don't think I traverse yet. I probably should have played the taiga. Guess this is better if he plays a wasteland. He does know that my only red land is the taiga. He's got all expeditions there. Oh, no. Oh, that doesn't have an expeditions. Alright, Bitter Blossom is going to be a problem. A long way from Court of Calling for 8. Alright, if he wants to wasteland me, we got the Carplusian Forest. He doesn't know about that. Jeez, he's just playing a million things I need to kill, isn't he? Do I let him... Do I kill the Smuggler's Copter, or do I save it for Vial Smasher? It's just a ton of value right here if he can loot every turn. That's the problem this deck has with Vial Smasher, is there's not enough removal. There's not enough counter spells. There's just not enough ways to deal with Vial Smasher, and Vial Smasher is a problem. I mean, they both do... What is this deck? Didn't even activate Smuggler's Copter. I cannot let him swing with that thing. Also, I have no mass removal. He's probably got a counter spell. He activated Smuggler's Copter with a wrong Fairy Rogue. I don't think it really matters. Pretty far behind here. Yeah. Saw that coming. Jeez, he's just got an incredible board there. I wonder if he can kill. Oh, jeez. Do I... I think sadly that I block it. I could kill it with a lightning bolt, but I think I want to save that lightning bolt. I don't think there's any way I'm winning this. What is that emoticon? I don't even know what that is. It's like a Sunday or something. He's actually at a lower life total than I am. And less cards. I don't think it matters. Who's is pretty good here? Does that do anything? That just makes me lose, right? I mean, I lose either way. I could Green Sun Zenith for 2 and Lightning Bolt, or Green Sun Zenith for 3 and kill the Copter and not Lightning Bolt. Still dying to all the rogues. I have no mass removal. Like, so my only out really is comboing, and I am it's not realistic for me to green Sun Zenith for 5. Well, maybe. It's 2 turns away, but I think I'm dying there. And then I need another combo piece. Yeah, I'm super dead. This is at least 10 damage. I'm on a 2-turn clock, aren't I? Yep. I probably could have bolted something. I'd still be at 10. Facing down 10 damage. What do I want here? None of this is great. If I play Jace, he can just activate Scavenging Ooze. I don't get a Jace to flip. Play Phantasmal Image and get nothing really. Let's draw a card. Hopefully it's not a dress target. And it's land. Alright, you can take my Winter Orb. I'm not playing that Winter Orb. Am I dead then? So this is 4 I can't block. I have to block that then. I don't know why I'm bothering. I'm just going to move on. Alright, so I should have won one other game. I definitely should have won in that game. I still don't think the deck's very good. It's got a lot of issues. It's fun. It's actually not as fun as it even looks like. I've gotten off the combo a few times, and that's pretty fun. But it's still not too great. So I want to... change that up just a couple cards in this deck. I don't know what I cut. For the Raven's Crime. Jace is probably pretty good in this deck, isn't it? I'm going to try it without Censor.